Now, when we're talking about filter design, the first thing we need to know is, do we or do we not need to change the filter? Now, for air filters, as you can see, we have a old used one on the right-hand side. We have a brand new one on the left-hand side. Now, obviously from visual checks, you could certainly understand why they would need replacement. However, a quick way to tell is to put a light behind the filter. If you see light passing through the filter, then you know that you have some time yet. But you notice on this filter, there's virtually no light coming through the filter. So then we go over and we test the new filter. You can see that the light is very much being able to be seen through the filter element itself. So obviously we would want to go in and change that. Now, oil filter design is also a big business. And the key parts to understand is that all filters are a good, solid quality if they have a brand name, whether it's a Koerner or a Mobil 1 or the AC Delco. A lot of people have discrepancies about them. They all will filter just fine for your vehicle. And the key thing to understand is it's how much you would like to pay. Certainly, the AC Delco, the 52E, the E stands for environment, and it's a lighter weight canister to help reduce the amount of impact it has on landfills when it's actually at the end of its useful life. You'll notice that the Koerner and the Mobil 1 are actually heavier because their casings are also a thicker gauge steel, though the filtration capacity is not any different. So certainly, as with most anything, it is a judgment based on what you like for your vehicle. Any of these three filters will serve you well. Now, for those of us who use who have put a brand new or remanufactured engine in their vehicles, certainly a couple of extra points can be used to help keep everything maintained correctly. Magnetic drain plugs. Now, magnetic drain plugs are useful for basically attracting the little talcum powder metal particles that are suspended in engine oil as the engine runs. Certainly a good way to do it. If you would like to go even further, you can use an oil filter magnet. Obviously, it sets right on the base of the oil filter and will actually help attract those particles and keep them in the filter as well. Certainly, you don't need to do them, but certainly also on the same aspect to maintenance practices. However you like to do it, a little bit of insurance can go a long way in the life of your Corvette. Now, with engine oil, there are many different kinds, types, synthetics, synthetic blends, conventional oils. From 1992, Corvette has been factory filled with synthetic Mobil 1. Now, this lubrication specification from General Motors is 4718M. Now, obviously, Mobil 1 is an extremely good oil. It is a full synthetic. But in order to determine if any engine oil meets that given lubrication spec, you want to look on the back of the label. And in the label, you will see meets or exceeds, and you will see the different specs that it meets. If you see the 4718M on the back of the bottle as meeting that lubrication spec, then you know the engine oil is perfectly good to use for your Corvette. Obviously, full synthetics are the best oil to use. However, some people would like to use a Dexos 1 specification, which actually still meets the 4718M. So, as with anything, Mobil 1 is still the best out there right now, but certainly you can have options and you can look into it yourself.